All right, Bassett. Hey, I just wanted to go over Freedom Stop real fast. I just been going through some of this stuff. Um, so it looks like you got a pretty good handle on this. So I don't have anything at the moment. Keep my ears open. Great. That's a great response. Um, so yeah, I just been going through these and um, yep. So good responses. I just wanted to see that you and I were on the same page with the response. I don't have any, so that's great. So let me just kind of finish going through these and see if there's anything that pops up um, that I can talk about and give you a little bit of feedback. All right, so here's one that I'll give you a little bit of feedback on. So he texts back possibly, so he maybe has something. I wouldn't send this message over to him. I would just leave that for me, or you could say something because I don't really have a response for that, right? He's just kind of saying, maybe. He's like, I mean, I guess that would work. I would say something like, uh, start the discussion. What price range or what price will it be at? You can copy and paste this actually. Let me grab the thing. So I guess where I'm going with this is if they say maybe or possibly, go ahead and treat that as a yes, and start the discussion with them. So instead of pushing them off to this, I would ask them what is the price point. So I copy and paste that from our spreadsheet or from our responses, and start the discussion with them until they shut you down. So if they say possibly, maybe, treat that as a yes, and then start that discussion like it's a property. So I'm going to keep going through these. All right, so on this one, this is not the response I want. So if I'll keep my eyes open, are you wholesaling or actually buying? So he's asking, are we going to be wholesaling the properties he's going to be sending to us, or are we going to be actually buying them? And we don't want to send this message over. The only time we want to send this message over, and I'm going to clarify this on the sheet because I wasn't very clear about this, is the only time we want to be sending this message over is if somebody responds back, hey, uh, I don't have anything. I'm looking for investment properties. Um, you know, then that's when we want to send that over. We only want the people that are looking for investment properties to be going to my website and signing up there. We don't want to be sending this out to agents that are going to be bringing us deals. So I'm going to clarify that on the sheet here in a little bit so that makes more sense. So um, for the most part, I would just avoid this question altogether, unless they're specifically asked. They're saying, yes, I buy investment properties, or they respond with something like, I'm looking for investment properties, and wondering if you wholesale. That's the only time we send that out. So let me keep looking through these to give you a little more feedback. So again, we don't want to be using this response. Maybe I'm just going to take this response out altogether and just let me deal with this. Uh, we don't want to be, the only time we're using this is if they are specifically asking if they're buying investment properties and they want to be added to our list. That's the only time. Um, we don't want to send this message out to agents that are bringing us deals. Okay, so in this, I'm gonna work on this so it's more clear. So let me finish before you send out anymore. Let me just shoot an additional training on that. So it definitely seems like you have this response down pretty well. Yeah, I'd respond to that. I don't know what she's asking here. Tell me what you're creating this weekend. I have no idea, but yeah, just copy and paste that and move on. All right. So again, very good with this response. This is going to be the majority of the responses here. No, nothing, not at this time, whatever. We want them to save us in the phone, and this is the response that we want. So that's good. I'm going to go ahead and clear a lot of these out for you. Um, but I want to keep these. I don't want you to clear anything out quite yet because I need to definitely make sure that we get the training or the responses down so that you and I are both on the exact same page with responses. But we'll get there. For the most part, you've done really well on this, so I'm going to keep checking through these and see what else we got. So here's another one it's a pretty positive response. I might have one coming up next week. I'll let you know. This is so we'll treat these as yes. So anything that's maybe possibly might have something coming, just treat that as a yes. I do have a property, and start working through our questions. So ask for a price. Um, so you can just do copy. So I would customize this a little bit. Great. Roughly what price are you looking for the property? And then, so we're going to start this discussion with them and start to get some kind of discussion with them. So um, we want to start working towards this. So they give us a price. Then we'll ask for the address, and they might say, "Well, not yet," and that's fine. But we want to keep that discussion going. So those we'll just leave open and until we get an address and we can start doing our work on it. All right, so this is what areas you're looking in. It's what are you looking for? Anything in the front range 700. You can do part of the message, customize it, or all the message, whatever you like. Um, I'm just going to do that, send that, and see what the response is going to be. All right, so I went through the 20 so responses that came back from the campaign. Overall, I think you got a really good handle on this. Nope, nothing right now. Just sending this one back. That's really good. I'm going to go ahead and clear those, and I'm going to focus on cleaning up using this right here. Do you wholesale? So I need to make sure I clarify what that's actually for. So if you want to hang tight for a day or so, I'm going to just kind of think about how I want to put that together so it's very clear and you and I are on the same page. And we use this sparingly. So hardly ever am I telling these agents that direct them to my website. That's going to turn a lot of agents away because a lot of agents don't want to work with wholesalers. They only want to work with fix and flippers, which I'm both. I do both. But I definitely don't want to give them the appearance that I'm only going to be wholesaling their property. So, which is what I do mostly, but I do occasional flip myself here and there. As you know, I've picked up a couple. So, anyways, so overall, really good. So I'm going to clear the ones that you did really good on. And so you can log back in. You can kind of see what I did with the other ones that I responded with or that I'm going to be making fixes on. And then tomorrow or maybe Monday, let's get back after sending out messages, and I'll have the training all set up for you. So overall, pretty good. Chat soon.